to hop on my laptop and hop on your stream if you want. See what it looked like.
Oh yeah. Yes, we are live right now. Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Sexy.
Everybody can see it. I guess. Oh, whoops.
I don't know, man. I still don't understand how my YouTube account has a partner program.
I don't know either. Oh, hey, look. There's the chat. Oh. Hey guys. I guess yeah, streaming. Thanks. Right now, we are. I am. I'm just drawn. So what's up? I don't know. I'm just gonna get going. I'm probably just about to do this for an hour. I just wanted to test it and see if I wanted to keep doing this in the future. So let's okay. Oh, I needed this. Here we go. What's up? Dude.
I gotta go put this stuff upstairs. Should probably start cleaning the house.
Yeah, probably. Let me know when you want to move that fridge.
Yeah. Well, once you're done with your stream, man.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably do this for like 30 minutes or an hour. I don't know. I have other stuff to do today. I gotta finish sludge for Bricks Cascade, so.
Once you're ready, we'll toss it on the dolly rotator in the house.
Yeah.
I might actually see if I can just pull the fence on the roof.
Pull the fence?
Yeah, so like the front portion of the fence, I can actually just like move the front 2 blocks and just get the fridge through there.
Oh. Yeah.
Instead of going all the way around the block to get the fridge in.
I wish this was... Okay, yeah. Okay, I want to see my screen in the chat. So far for Lego Transformers, I got Grimlock has been done. I've just been very bored about it. And Slag needs a Triceratops head, and then he's done. And then Sludge is pretty much gonna be Snarl and Slag combined. He's got Slag's legs, or Slag's, yeah, he's got Slag's legs and like Snarl's body, pretty much. So, and then I'm taking all 5 Dinobots to Bricks Cascade in Portland, March 24th, 25th. I'm going with IX Roll at IX. Be visiting him. We're gonna be doing that together. That's my first LEGO convention, so that's pretty cool. That's gonna be a fun time. But yeah, for right now, I've just been. I just got a tablet and I like to draw. So, this is Troubleshoot. He is an OC that I have never made a model for, and I just like drawing him. And just so everybody is aware, live streams are kind of weird. It's gonna be late, so if you ask a question, I'm gonna check up and look every now and then and see what people are asking. If I ignore your question, it's probably just because it's a little too personal. So, I don't know, how many people are in here? I work full-time, and I have a bunch of hobbies. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot, and that involves a lot of traveling to, like, Utah. And sometimes work gets in the way. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! On Mondays and Saturdays. And Sundays are D&D days. So, we don't have D&D today, which is why I'm doing this. And also sometimes I just get bored, or like, not really bored. I get builder's block a lot, and I just get stumped. So the Dinobots are pretty much all the same, and that it makes me, it's easier to make them because they don't, not a lot of new engineering's involved. I just have to make them look like the Dinobots. So that would be why. That, and for the longest time, I was going to school, and I might go back, but I graduated last year with a associates in visual arts. So, yeah. Well, thanks for subscribing, Zach. Really appreciate it. And if you're curious about what I'm drawing on, it is a Huey on canvas GT221 Pro. Just so everybody knows. Yeah, thanks, Jacob. Appreciate it, man. How has it been? It's been pretty alright. A lot of traveling recently. I was in Oregon for Christmas. I was in Arizona for some birthdays. And I'm going back to Oregon. So, you know, get to see family, get to see good friends. I actually didn't get to see IX Roulette X during Christmas like I planned. So visiting him for Bricks Cascade is going to be awesome. He visited last summer. You know, life's been pretty good. What's up?
Move the fridge. We're gonna have to
Clean out the fridge.
Well, that too. I already sprayed.
And let it sit get cold.
Well, you gotta let the freon settle back to the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Since we're gonna be tilting it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I don't want to bust a compressor on the fridge.
Oh.
As much as I'd love to just turn it on. I know that I can't.
Yeah. So to answer, I'm gonna answer Zach first. I've been doing this for a long time, and it's been a lot of practice. I've been doing this since pretty much YouTube has been around. My first video was in 2007 though, back when I was still on AOL, and that was a pain. I think it was animated, Transformers animated Soundwave, and it was really bad. But like you get better with time. and that's like the best thing to do is to keep doing it. And I mean, that's where I can't really explain how I do it other than I've had a lot of practice and I've been doing it for years. And then I met Andrew way back then too. Me and Andrew have been friends for over 10 years now. I had moved to Hawaii and moved back to Oregon City, Oregon, and we actually didn't live too far apart from each other. So, yeah, we've been friends for a long time. And we met each other doing Lego Transformers, and have been in contact ever since. And he visits sometimes, and I visit sometimes, even though we're stayed away. This is an OC called Troubleshoot. Back when Transformers Universe was around, the video game made by Jagex. It was a MOBA. Andrew had decided that he was going to name his character Quickstop because it was like his first Transformer that he ever did. And I wanted a Transformer, and there's no Transformer named Troubleshoot, and I really like that name. I like the idea that he gets in trouble and he's got to like shoot his way out, you know? Like, that's his like character. He's like, or he's got some like cheesy like one-liners where he's like, "Oh, let's solve this problem," because Windows Troubleshooter solves problems on your computer. So that's why I'm drawing him. He's just an OC, pretty much, and that's what you do if you have OCs. You draw them because you want people to be like, "Hey, look how cool my robot is." And then I also changed my name to StarScreamer because back when I created it, StarScreamer was already taken. And so when YouTube allowed me to just choose StarScreamer, I changed it to StarScreamer because I didn't have to have the 20. I never liked the numbers. I don't like numbers in my name. But I wanted the name StarScreamer when I started. Let's work on this arm over here. Probably about here is where it's gonna stop. What was that? Oh, are you?
Oh, yeah, I got all the trash.
Oh, I appreciate it if you get it. Oh, you did take that one from last night.
Well, I grabbed this now.
We're
talking to Zach.
Oh, just, yeah, answering the chat. IX has been bugging me to make one, but, like, I like this robot so much. Like, as a design, I wouldn't want to do it to mess it up. I told him to build me one, actually, to go with his quick stop, because, like, I want him to be a similar aesthetic. Andrew's aesthetic is different from mine, and our building styles are different. So, I wanted him to make it because I wanted him to be similar in aesthetic, I guess, and I don't want to mess up my own robot, because I don't think I'd ever be happy with it. Hello, Nerd Shack. Sorry about what? Oh, the loud noise? That's fine. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whoops. I guess it's not really a secret, but yeah. We've actually streamed before on his rollout reviews channel. Was it on rollout reviews? I think it was on his actual channel. We streamed a couple years ago for the first time. That was a fun time. Was there glass in there? I think that was the cup that broke.
Oh yeah, the fucking Coca-Cola cup.
Yeah.
I had that thing for years. And Logan still did.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it, Nerd Shack. Yeah, I get stuck in a rut too. Builder's Block was yeah, like I get stuck in a rut too sometimes for building, and that's why I like Builder's Block. Me and Andrew spent a long time doing like the logos and stuff for Builder's Block. I was the one who did the logo, and Builder's Block is such a good idea. I love that show, and honestly, go watch it. It's great. And like it actually helped me, being a part of that helped me get out of like a rut to like build Transformers. Because sometimes I'll just fall into like this habit of building the same Transformer, and IX Rollout AX does like the best OCs, and like I love them because they're so creative, and he's my friend, but I always go back to watching like his videos because they're always so new and innovative that like I can never get old. So if you want like some creativity, go watch his channel. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody already does. He's the biggest Lego Transformer channel I know, and his videos really help me get out of building ruts. I don't tell him that often. Usually when I text him, it's usually about like the new Transformers that are coming out and how awful they look, because I hate Hasbro Transformers. They suck. I'm gonna go back in the chat a little bit. Nerdcheck, what do you mean by wargaming? Like war games, or are you talking like airsoft and paintball? But Lego Gundams are cool. I've messed around with those. Never posted anything about them. I also don't know what you mean by joining a stream, Jacob. For the future streams, I actually hope to get IX Roll X in here. That way, somebody could talk to the chat while I draw. Because that's what we did when he was building. I just talked to the chat while he drew, and he had to answer like questions and stuff. Even though that ended up becoming the Q&A ended up becoming a hassle, so I'll try avoiding that as much as possible. But you know, just hanging out and having a good time. I don't know if you guys care for video game streams, but I do play like competitive Overwatch with my buddies, even though I suck. Well, I don't really suck. I'm just stuck in silver. Have you ever heard of the Marauder truck, Trojan Toaster? The Marauder truck is this big, like, military vehicle. Oh, becoming a moderator? I'll think about it. Maybe if streams become bigger, because right now, like, I don't think everybody's gonna want to watch me stream art. Mainly because I'm a Lego Transformers channel. But we'll see in the future. Oh, so you mean like... So, Nerdcheck, you mean like, Warhammer in like 40K and stuff? And, not Pathfinder. Pathfinder's D&D. What's the other one, Rice? The
40K stuff?
40K, just regular Warhammer. What's the other one with the other robots?
Okay, with other robots?
Yeah, it's just like, it's like...
War Machine?
War Machine, that's what it was.
Because you have like War Machines, Warlords, you got, oh, what the hell's the other one? There's another one too. But there's a lot of like miniature toy lines that came out all at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Games Workshop's kind of like actually working hard now.
Yeah, I wish their models were cheaper. I love Tyranids.
Dude, hell yeah. The starter sets are still good. I mean, you can get everything under MSRP still, but it's still expensive. Like, I still need to finish up that Tau set, but I'm still working on figuring out the paint orientation of everything. And stripping a model twice, just because I messed up my paints.
Are you talking about on the drone?
Yeah, I still like it, but I mean, I got caught up and stuff and left the Abaddon Black open. Love my face. That's alright. We got the airbrush now too.
And that's working?
Yeah. Well, I got a hose for it, set it all up. Hopefully not alright.
No. The other guy who's talking is just my roommate. Say hello, Rice.
It's nice to meet all of you. My light amount of Warhammer knowledge because of Blue Owl.
Yeah, I also have I've read the Tyranid Codex from like 2009 because that's when I wanted to get into it and I just never did.
Dude, it's so expensive though. Like a good, let's say 2,000 point army is probably gonna run you like $500. If you're just running off of a random list, which I mean, if somebody's tryharding and pushing really deep in that mentality.
Yeah.
They're like normal box set armies. It's not fun.
This perspective's a little weird. Okay. It's this flap over here. This one, but you're looking at it from like this weird angle. I'm just gonna thin up the arm a little bit. There we go. Is the music a little too loud? I'll turn it down. Actually, those can go to recycling because I really don't want them around anymore. Like,
I'll do that.
Is that better? I halved it.
I kind of pulled out all of
See a nerd check.
all the empty containers of detergent. I took them out.
Oh yeah.
And
Did you
all
get the?
lint.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude, that lint was intense. Like,
I just been waiting for a day where we can just all get together and clean.
yeah. Well, right now I'm
Doing it
start
without
the
me
kitchen.
because I decided to stream.
Right. It's alright. After I take out the trash, I'll start on the dishes in the kitchen.
It's a, yeah, dude. That truck is sexy. It's gigantic too. A great video to watch on it is the what's that show? See, now I'm forgetting everything.
What?
I try to think.
Show of what?
The British show where they just drive cars around.
Top Gear?
It's Top Gear. The Top Gear episode on that truck is hilarious because they just drive it through a brick wall and it's like perfectly fine. Like, yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's a stream, and it's not Lego Transformers related, really. So I figured it'd just be a couple of us, which is cool, for me at least. I'm glad you guys showed up. I'm gonna figure that out later. Oh, I need to move this up. Oh, what am I doing? Let's go 30 inches. Okay. Oop. Yeah, there we go.
So you gonna throw a backpack on him at all?
Actually, his backpack's just the 5th tire on that truck. It just sits on his back because the other 4 tires go on his legs. So, are his skirts a little too Gundam-y?
Yeah.
I like them. Gundam-oo.
Lacking of flappiness.
I want him to be short. I also realized I gave him like super long legs in that picture that I drew earlier. I don't know, I really dig it though. He's got a lot of mass that needs to go somewhere.
As long as you need the...
Yeah, right? Where did the car go? Actually, my style of drawing Transformers actually is like super influenced off of Prime. So, like he's got like chest lights and like tires on his legs and stuff.
So you're gonna silhouette him with the truck next to him?
Should I pull up a picture of the truck next to him when I'm done? I don't know. That thing's like bright red. I wanted him to be teal and black.
What I'm saying is like drop a rendition of the truck.
Oh, it's like a box with a big old bumper that's like bananas and then big tires and it looks like this.
I'm sorry. What the hell is that? It looks like
it's very
an
angry.
envelope attached to wheels.
Yeah. It's like, hello. I've delivered death. You got mail.
Those chests on especially
Dude,
the Decepticons look. Do they?
The 5th movie was so bad it made me upset. My friend almost left the theater. It was so awful. And like I was gonna put up with it because I already paid like $10 to get in. But for real, the 5th movie, Michael Bay just needs to never touch a Transformers movie ever again.
Or Ninja Turtles, or.
Oddly enough, people don't mind the Ninja Turtle ones too bad. All my friends watched it and they like it to some extent. I'm not a fan of Ninja Turtles to begin with.
The turtles are fine.
I think Bebop and Rocksteady were awesome though.
Yeah.
They were silly and I liked it.
That's what they're supposed to be.
Like,
just like you need to make Krang ridiculous and just angry and like a repressed little, I don't know, a guy who's just been stuck in a shed for all his life, telling people his problems. Oh, but I guess I grab that stuff out. At some point, also, we need to figure out that pile of clothes and just trash stuff.
You know, I actually pulled out all my clothes out of that.
Did you?
Yeah. Because I was like, oh, these were all my socks went. So, like...
Well, dude, like when I moved in, that giant pile of clothes there.
Yeah, Connor did that.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know, maybe it was just
find women's clothes in there and just be like, what is this grossness? Please
think
no.
I did at one point, and I pointed it out to him. I was like, hey, these definitely aren't mine. Dude, like...
I found some women's sweaters, like, super cheap, super thin things, right? Like, I'm confused how that even a little bit keeps you away from the cold. Like, it's thinner than my shirt.
Yeah.
I don't get those, man.
I mean, we live in, like... During the winter, it gets, like, 14 degrees out, if not negative, usually.
Dude.
And I don't know how people go out... All these, like, people go out in, like, shorts and leggings and...
Hey, man, the leggings is
The leggings is good for me, but it's not good for how cold it is outside.
I'm freezing right now. Yeah. But you look great. But I don't know, man. It is weird, especially when you know that it's like, what? Last time it got actually cold, it was like 8 degrees, and it felt like -13. Dude, that was rough.
When I got up to go to work and the thermometer said like negative, or it didn't say negative, it was like 17 degrees out, I wanted to die. Age of Extinction was the one that made me want to leave the theater. I really hated it. And I feel like it had the potential to be good because the night backstory stuff was so cool, and then it just like poops it all away for this, like, nothing makes sense. It's a mess. There's too many plot holes at this point, way more than Revenge of the Fallen, even though Revenge of the Fallen was awful, and that's where like Prime turned into that maniac who just goes around killing other bots.
I didn't like Age of Extinction either.
Yeah, it sucked.
Dude, I didn't even watch it in the theaters.
Dark of the Moon wasn't bad, in my opinion. Dark of the Moon, the first one, are probably the best movies out of the 5 right now. But the Bumblebee spinoff, I'm pretty sure isn't being directed by Michael Bay. It's a completely different guy, so maybe it won't be awful. Who knows? They did cancel the 6th movie, though.
It's canceled?
Yeah, Paramount canceled it, and they're gonna probably reboot the universe, which is what Jacob said.
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah,
but
except I really like Prime's design though.
I think Prime's design. There's a lot of characters in there.
I think
that just
original Bumblebee was really cool. Hated Drift, like they ruined Drift.
Yeah. I also, what the hell are the two? Are they Mini Coopers? Are they like...
Oh, no, they're Chevys, because product placement.
Yeah.
Skids and mud flap.
Yeah, dude, those were... The little RC car was way better than those.
Wheelie?
Yeah.
But it's not like G1 Wheelie. He was probably about as annoying. Because remember we went back and watched G1? And Wheelie was awful.
Dude. I know you love Rodimus, but
I do love Rodimus.
my heart sinks. I haven't. an unadulterated hate for Rodimus.
Yeah, because he kills. Yeah, sure, he kills Optimus, but I like him as a character. He's really cool and animated. He's just. I also think the name Rodimus is just better than Hot Rod. Like, I'd rather just have him be named Rodimus and not Rodimus Prime or anything, just Rodimus, because it sounds better than.
I don't know, man. I kind of want them to just like make a show based around just the primes.
The
I feel like
13
that would
primes?
be good.
The original 13, or are you talking about like
The original 13, like how much messed up stuff. Because RID is just showing.
It'd have to be super gritty because the for the original 13 primes were like literally Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Like,
well, dude, they did some terrible stuff. It's so good. They were all monsters apparently. Some of them were good. Most of them were bad. And somehow the Fallen was like the turning point. Megatronus was like too much. And they were like, no, dude, you took it too far. You're like, how? We've literally committed genocide on planets so we could cyberform them. Like, we need Energon.
Yeah. Nova Prime turned evil when he was trying to escape Cybertron.
But I also, man, I want Depth Charge as a masterpiece so bad though too.
Masterpiece from that's RAD, right?
Depth Charge?
No, that's Skybite.
So
you're talking about the Manta Ray.
Yeah, well, Depth Charge is also a plane too. I don't know what kind of plane.
Oh, is he from Generation 1?
I think he's from G1. I think he's from
or G2. Remember the mess that was
comics.
Oh, remember how much of a mess G2 was?
Oh.
Remember the Japanese animated Beast Wars?
Here's the thing, I had to show you what that looked like.
Oh, I knew about it because I saw the old commercials for like the Optimus that was a bat and the Megatron that was an alligator.
And all of those toys were actually characters in their show, but weren't over here because
that show sucked. Because they went no.
Yeah, dude.
And I mean, watching Beast Wars is kind of hard still.
Yeah. But Beast Wars is rough. Just like we were talking about earlier, Reboot is just rough.
Reboot is rough.
Like
Wooly loves it. Even has like a reboot button on his beanie, but oof.
Yeah, but
oof. Roblox
Wooly
sound.
Looks kind of like the main character from Reboot, so instead of blue, he's just another color.
Instead of blue, he's a man with a different skin tone.
Yep. He's not made of information. He plays video games to fight. I don't even remember what that villain's name was. All I know is he had a jaw like a Mack truck. Just
see,
big old pointy teeth.
Me and Rice were talking about RID because when I was a kid I hated RID. But now as an adult, I've watched like Gal Gagar and other Brave series, and I love RID because it is super robot. It is a great time, and all the designs are really cool and super robot-y, and like, Scourge is in that, which is the Laser Prime. It's G2 Laser Prime, but black and teal. He's basically, he's Scourge, and he is a good time. That design is actually really cool, in my opinion.
I will say this, I also do not have very much love for Beast Machines.
Beast Machines is the one where they're back on Cybertron, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one sucks. It is like, unwatchable. In
my
opinion,
really bad.
Everybody looks really gross.
The plot is awful.
I think Megatron's the best part about it.
Good. Did you ever play the Beast Wars video game for PlayStation?
No, I was too young. You gotta remember, I was born in '93.
Yeah, I forget this.
So when Beast Wars came out, I was like 5. I had the toys and I remember them, but
man, I do love that the Cheetor and Optimus Primal. Those masterpieces are so good. Like, I'm just happy they did them. That Rhinox though.
I'd just be upset because it wouldn't be in scale.
What, Rhinox?
Yeah.
Rhinox is in scale.
Is he? He's a Voyager, and those are masterpieces.
Dude, pull him up. He's about scale.
I don't want to pull him up.
Yeah, just leave this on this. But I bought Rhinox when he was too expensive.
When he was too expensive?
Yeah.
I bought a first edition Transformers Prime Optimus for $27. That was a great decision.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't find him anywhere in stores here, and he got expensive. Like, after I bought him, he was like $50. I was like, thank goodness. Too bad I couldn't get all the other ones. And Rollout did. He got all of them.
I like RC a lot.
I think the main wave, not the first edition RC, but the other RC is actually better
Than the first.
It's more in scale.
Yeah. I just
Like her robot and her vehicle mode are more in scale with the first editions.
I just like how smooth and designed RC is. Like,
Well, she always has been. Like her G1 design's like good too, in my opinion.
I think the G1 designs are rough.
Generation 1,
Super
so that's
rough.
why.
There's so many of them. Like, it took them a while to get Optimus just right.
Yeah.
But hey man, like that's our bread and butter. Without Optimus, you can't make money.
Yeah. I mean, the movie tried to kill him off to make money, and that didn't work. Hasbro's stocks actually plummeted so hard they had to bring him back in an episode.
G.I. Joe stuff. It's good. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll always have a soft spot for Beast Wars though. I know there's a lot of Transformers fans that just have utter disdain for Beast Wars, but that was my childhood, man. I grew up on that.
The disdain I have for Transformers series is usually because I don't like the style, but the Transformers animated community sucks in my opinion. They're no better than they. I hate it because they just sexualize Transformers, and they've latched onto Prime about it, and I just don't like it because it's overly weird in my opinion. I don't have any problems with I mean, it's already weird that robots can there's romance between robots. There was RC, Springer, and Rodimus. There was that whole thing, but I just feel like they take it too far. I can Google Megatron and I find stuff I don't enjoy seeing, and that's a problem.
You can't fight Rule 34. It's just gonna happen. But
Hey, look, I did it. I made his arm look correct. Now I gotta
figure out the interior design.
Yeah, it's just a couple roll bars.
There's so many Transformers series now, though. At this point, you can just go back and watch a whole bunch of stuff.
Which is the one with Prime is so good. Which was the one with Leo Prime?
Leo Prime?
Yeah.
It's Japanese Beast Wars.
Is that?
Yeah, dude. That's where Leo Prime came from.
Yeah, that design is great.
Yeah, dude.
I think Leo Prime is really cool, but definitely the Bat Optimus sucks.
Well, you also have
oh, that's where the
Ultra Magnus was a mammoth. He's Ultra Mammoth.
Oh, that's actually kind of funny. Who else was cool? Starscream and that bomber. Starscream was a 2-part robot. They combined into a fighter jet and a bomber, and he was 2 separate robots. But one was called Starscream, one was called something else. I don't remember.
Was it the twin?
It's a big set, and
Cause I don't even have my phone on me to look this up.
But he's actually really cool, and I like the idea that not all the Transformers in Beast Wars were robots or were animals. And that's what that did is hey, look, Starscream is not an animal.
Do you know how confused I was when I was a kid? When
Also,
G2
Megatron's in there too, because when Optimus becomes Leo Prime, Megatron becomes a tank.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. I'm gonna actually have to. Yeah.
Thin down the line.
Just because it doesn't look right.
But, I don't know, man. But that shark toy that they pulled out as a transmetal was actually just a character. And I was like,
Was it Skybite?
I think it is Skybite.
Where he was a shark and he had that like fin claw.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in RID too. That's Skybite.
Dude, that threw me off so bad. I was like, what is this? Where is he even from? Why is he so cool? And then I find out where he's from, and then he's awful. And his character's bad.
Don't you have the newer toy? The Voyager?
Oh, Skybite?
Yeah.
No, I didn't buy the new one.
Oh.
I did buy the reissue of original Cheetor, though. This is my boy.
I have a reissue of Waspinator that I won in a contest like a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's those ball joints weren't that good.
Oh, back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's also suffering from mold fatigue. Wow. Yeah, Michael Bay turned him into a psychopath.
He's supposed to be altruistic and care about others.
He did in the first one. He did kind of like destroy Bone Crusher though. Also, why'd they give him G1 names? I feel like they did that just because they're like, we want people to watch this movie, so Bone Crusher's in it and Demolisher's in it, but then they have Devastator and it's just made out of a bunch of different robots. I mean, obviously Michael Bay doesn't care, he just wants that cash money.
Explosion.
So
that's what he does, man. All day long. Explode. But, hey man, at least it's not that much of an affront to people's childhood. Okay, you got Dragon Ball Evolution.
oh yeah.
You got Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah. I watched Evolution not because I wanted to, but I knew it was awful. And I was just like, I have to see this. You know?
Well, it's a part of our history now. If you like Dragon Ball, you either completely ignore it or you have to face the truth that there are live action movies that are awful. Dude.
Speaking of live action movies that may or may not be awful, are you gonna see Ready Player One?
Honestly, it doesn't hit any of those right notes for my nostalgia.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw the RX-78 in there and I got really excited.
Like, sure, Chucky and a whole bunch of franchise stuff being thrown in.
Oh, what really got me was the squad of UNSC
Halo Troopers?
No, the Spartans. And that really got me because I was like, we finally get a movie. Steven Spielberg did all these sweet promos for Halo. Like sweet, great live action promos for Halo. Why didn't we just get a Halo movie? Like, cause it's there. They built a Warthog. They have all the armor for it because Weta Workshops did all of it. It's all like professionally done armor just for these commercials. And I was like, they already have like the capital and a lot of the props to make a movie. They made a real Warthog that drives.
Maybe that's what they're doing. Is they're using assets that had already been made and functionally set into place, and then reissuing them as a movie. I can see it. I wouldn't put it past them. But Clofus.
No, I just drew the plate on the back of the hand first so I can figure out where I want to put the fingers. I don't want to give him a fist, so I was just going to have him,
So what weapons are you going to give him?
no, they just come out of his arms. That's why they're, like, paneled like this. His arms transformed into like big super blasters, and he also had a machine. This is the silliest idea. He has a Vulcan machine gun that comes out of his chest, and it's part of the tire. So what happens is, this is the way I imagined it: that he transforms. The barrels shoot out of the tire, right? And then the handle, like these plates would lift up, and the handle comes out of his chest, and he pulls it out. You know where I got that from?
Guyver?
Von Stroheim from JoJo. Because he goes, German engineering is the best of the world, and a machine gun comes out of his chest, and he shoots up cars.
Oh, he's a robot. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because he got blown up by Santana, or the grenade.
Yeah, and then he comes back and he's like, cool.
Yeah, and he's super cool. Von Stroheim, he may be a Nazi, but let me tell you, he wasn't a bad guy. That's what Joseph said. So, which is silly, right? But that's what Joseph said about him. Von Stroheim is one of my favorite JoJo characters. Yeah. He's a good time.
I was just thinking Guyver, since he has the I open up my chest. Here is my exposed chest. Laser beam.
Oh yeah, it's a little weirder on the girl suit though.
Yeah, it is. But here's the thing: it's also not their body anymore inside of that.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like a. Thing.
I did watch Evangelion a long time ago, but it's been a while. And I've been meaning to rewatch it because I didn't enjoy it the first time, even though I really enjoy like Fooly Cooley and Gurren Lagann. I really enjoy that studio, Gainax/Trigger. Gainax. It was Gainax when they made it. Hey, Rollout is here. What's up, dude? Hey. I'm just doodling. Hey, Rice is here. Too.
What's up, Andrew? I don't know, man. It'll be kind of like. So are you gonna have his arm, the armor upon his arm, like latch back and then open up the cannon?
No, you see, like on this picture, I wish I could show it because it's drawn in pencil, but it just like his arm splits and his hand would go in, and then the barrels would just go out.
You mean?
Yeah. So. But yeah. Oh man, I've made a lot of progress.
So you're gonna draw his hands outside of the plate or inside?
No, yeah, his fingers going. It's like a back plate on the hands. So I mean, I just did it to like
illustrate.
Where am I putting these? So. But oh man.
Oh, the life and times. Andrew, what was your favorite Transformers?
Oh yeah, we were just talking about how like hard old Transformers are to watch, and like how I like what's it called? RID. Not the new, not the new RID, but old RID. It's Super Robot now.
Not Disney RID.
Yeah.
Where they give you backstory on stuff and then you get confused. Dude, there's so much. Like, they fleshed out so much in that. But
you know what's a good show to watch?
What's that?
Bobobo.
No, it's not.
It is a good time.
No.
I love Bobobo.
I would rather sit through like 10 hours of Zatch Bell before I go watch Bobobo.
Never watched Zatch Bell. I love Bobobo though.
Those two shows, like, there's only so much nose hair fighting I can stand.
It's funny.
There's just random things inside of his.
Oh, my favorite character is Jelly Jiggler. That show is hysterical. I like it because Jelly Jiggler's fighting a guy, and he's like, he upsets the guy, and he's like, no, that was my fault. Bartender, please give that man over there. strawberry lemonade on me, and then Bobo goes over there and splashes him with the lemonade. He says, Jelly Jiggler says this one's on you. And then Don Patch comes up with him more, and he says, Jelly Jiggler says to keep him all night. Keep him coming all night. And Jelly Jiggler like apologizes. He's like, no, sorry, I'll pay for your dry cleaning. He like dries him off, and then he splashes another one in his face, and he's like, that's what you get. It's so silly.
Here's the thing, like, I can barely stand Shin-Chan either. Oh, that show.
Shin-Chan?
That show is some roughness.
Could not. I have never watched Shin-Chan.
There is a lot of, like,
awful things.
Little boy deciding to show people his little parts.
Yeah.
Like, you want to see my elephant?
Oh, the elephant dance. Yeah, Zolko was talking about that yesterday.
Oh, damn the Shin-Chan. I mean, the show's alright. I get it. It's better than home movies.
Home movies? Or home videos, that's what it was called, right?
I thought it was home movies.
It might be. Ilian likes that show. I think parts of it are funny, but I don't know if I want his... No, I'm not going to make him this angled. I'm going to go back. I regret my decision. Okay.
Are you going to leave them plated, or are you going to...
I don't know. Can I actually... Do I have the old file for what Troubleshoot used to look like? That's all stuff for Connor.
And then some Grenblow.
Yeah, Grenblow, my Grenblow art show piece. Subscribe to Grenblow Art Show. You ever listen to Psychic Pebbles' voice?
The guy from
Hellbenders?
Yeah.
Hey, Trojan Toaster, you got it exactly right. That's what I was gonna call him. This was my first one. So I actually went to go get that because I didn't know if I wanted to decide to stream on YouTube or Twitch. But I tried to go get that name on Twitch and it was already taken by NerdCheck. That's funny.
One of these days, I need to bring you that Choose Your Own Story Dinobot book I have.
It's
Dude,
like
it's rough. It is some roughness. I read that when I was 5.
Oh.
I was like, oh, what is this? Or not. I think it was maybe 7, to be honest. It was like 2nd or 3rd grade. That was one of the few times I got to enjoy reading books as a child, instead of being thrown into whatever the hell they wanted.
Yeah. I had that same problem in school.
Hey man, they took away my free pizzas, alright? They're like, nah, we don't do that anymore. And now you're going to make me read 6 to 7 books a month?
6 to 7 books a month? Or are they reading you? Or are you reading? What you had to read?
So...
Read. I can't speak.
They were making me go to the high school to go get books when I was in, I think it was 6th grade. I was going to...
Oh, I had to do the same thing.
So they took me to the high school to go get books because in 4th grade I tested as a college reading level. And they were like, no, this can't be right. So they made me do it again. And the only reason I did college reading level is the fact that I was reading my mother's psychology books and going to the actual index and everything else to find definitions of words and how they're pronounced, and then went back and read, continued. I probably have like a bachelor's degree in psychology equivalency just from reading those back in the day. It's awful. But it taught me how to read, for real.
I actually had reading difficulties until like I actually learned how to read. Like I had a hard time learning how to read. Do you remember those Sam I Am books?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to, practice with those.
Yeah.
Sam I Am.
the thing, man. I read so many books. There was so much stuff. When you start running out of all of the mainstay fantasy books and the mainstay science fiction stuff, and then you end up, I think I was in the 6th grade and I was reading Isaac Asimov, and that man has robo fantasies of just ugh.
Robo fantasies?
So most every single Isaac Asimov book is a detective story about a robot murdering a human being or something along those lines. And so there's a lot of coitus between a robot and a person.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wait, do they ever make movie adaptations?
iRobot.
Was that one of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
one of them.
I was thinking of a different movie, and I'm forgetting what it was.
R.A. Salvatore? Yes, I have. But
Wait, have you read like all of H? Yeah, you have.
Yeah, dude.
You have read all of H.P. Lovecraft's stuff.
well, they're short stories.
I also have played Bloodborne once.
I'm a Cthulhu man. What did you do with your baby, man?
I
It
fed it
became
to
fat.
I fed it to the god in the sky and the moon presence.
You have to summon her. Isn't it an umbilical cord?
You get enough umbilical cords, and you have to fight the moon presence, and you get the last one, and then you become the next one.
Yeah.
That's one of the endings.
Oh,
I've just watched a lot of Vati video, so.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really don't want to draw the legs.
I will say this
That's
though.
the hardest part.
I've been enjoying the Warhammer books lately. I'm not the biggest fan of Robute Gilliman, but it is what it is.
Is it okay once they have a personality? Because then otherwise you're just a guy toting around a doll.
Wait, what?
A person dating a robo, right? That's what you said? That's what I heard.
So, you're talking about Isaac Asimov stuff?
I don't know. I might have just misheard you.
So, you'll have like murder mysteries. Think about Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but
I love that show. I love that movie so much. It's
But-
also so silly.
instead of cartoons, you have robots.
Oh, that's kind of... Yeah, that's silly.
It's not as cartoony as that, but I mean, the same kind of concepts, right?
Yeah.
And so you'll have like, oh, I'm a detective on Mars. But I will say this: if you've never read Dresden Files, so good.
I don't read. Dude,
Ooh.
I stopped reading like
Those
a long
books.
time ago.
My goodness.
I actually will read a lot of short stories, like when I'm browsing like Reddit and stuff. My
Shrek is
favorite,
love, Shrek is life is not.
yeah, green text is not short stories. Yeah, I love Gundams. Even as a Gundam goatee up here. But yeah, I take a lot of inspiration from Gundam because I like the skirts and the way their legs work. So, now what I was gonna say. I've lost it. It's gone.
You were reading short stories.
Yes, my favorite short story is The Gunslinger by Stephen King. I like it because he fights a whole town and kills them all. After the black man, the man in black, not the black man, the man in black convinced him that he was like God. And he put a baby inside somebody, and then the guy shot her. He was an evil man. They deserved it for believing him. I'll probably put it on my DeviantArt, which is StarScreech, because StarScreamer was taking. Oof. Wait a second. How does everybody know the oof? I don't know who that is.
You don't know.
I
who God
feel
Game
like
is?
it's Ziggy. Because that's not Illy's. Illian's is Just Listen.
Ziggy.
Yeah,
Ziggy.
Zlocky.
Oh, it's Loco? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Oof, 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 oof. Oof. Is right. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, and Zlocka's on vacation. It probably is.
Yeah, see, I will say this. If not for H.P. Lovecraft, dude, so much horror wouldn't exist the way that it does. It
Yeah,
was built
that
on
dude
his
was
back.
insane.
Okay,
in
he
the
was
memory.
thinking about space.
Well, he was experiencing nightmares.
Yeah.
So like, that's not really his fault.
But, like, there's so many stories that are just like hiddenness for H.P. Lovecraft, but some of them, like, imagining a mass of eyeballs coming at you. Like, that's, all in all, that's pretty horrifying. Or thinking about things taking you up into space when people hadn't even considered, like, aliens and these kinds of things.
Yeah.
Like, he created that as a mainstay and then put forth horror into frames that people weren't thinking about. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have a lot of the stuff we have today without him. That's a robot hand.
That does sound like Zlocko. The way he phrases the words. Don't tell me you can't hear him saying that. But I don't think it's not.
Hey Trojan, when I get done with this, I'm gonna check out your channel. I love Osro. His stuff's really cool. I remember when he left, he had to go for military leave because I think he lives in like Sweden, and he's required to join the military for like 2 years, and now he's back, I guess. But I wasn't like subscribed to him for the longest time, and then I saw that he was uploading again. Well, thanks, God Gamer. Appreciate it. I don't like this thumb anymore. I liked it when I drew it, but now I hate it.
You gotta play closer to the plate.
No, I kind of make it look more like Galgaigar's. He's gotta have like a ball joint here, otherwise it, like they can't move properly. Like our thumb technically has 3 joints, it's just different than our fingers. So with like a robot, you need to have 3 joints, otherwise it doesn't work right. You know, like have you seen Galgaigar's hands? Like he has them.
Yeah, but his thumb's also like lower and like detached from what it looks like. So the sheath on top. What you have on this? Can't even tell what the hell.
Yeah, he's got it. It's like a big old block like this.
Also, I thought you'd frame the fingers just a little further back.
Like, what do you mean?
It's like how much real estate you're putting to his hand.
Like,
because the plate, I'm guessing.
the plate covers a little bit of it. Yeah, you can see it right here. He's got 3 joints. Usually, I actually really like putting knuckles on them.
Knuckles
Like, yeah, because I really like enjoying like that there be separate knuckles, because like if you're a robot that's fighting other robots, why wouldn't you have like built-in knuckle dusters? Optimus has those in the movie and they're sweet. I mean, doesn't have to be Transformers related. I pretty much enjoy. I mean, I enjoy a lot of stuff. So
that's what nerds should be.
Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna put anything in his knuckles though. I might here. Little detail. Yeah, that's better.
Of course, Common Rider. They like the new stuff. I am.
X4 X is a much bigger Kamen Rider fan than I am. So, I like Kamen Rider. I have a really bad time trying to finish anything. Like, I love Xaid because the main villain reminds me of Dio Brando from JoJo, and JoJo Bizarre Adventures is one of my favorite animes. And, but I've, like, never watched it. I've always put it off. And then same with, I've actually watched Forza even though I didn't enjoy it. I've never finished Wizard even though I do like it. O's is great too, and X4 X doesn't like Decade that much if I remember correctly, but I really enjoyed Decade when I watched it. So. And also, his hand is further out this way. It's like down lower because it's out his body more. It's just a perspective. Like this hand is more centered into his thigh. I'm also counting the knee joint as part of his thigh because that'd be more realistic.
Yeah. Alright, I should probably get back to cleaning.
Yeah, sorry to distract you.
No, dude, it's fine. You act like, dude, I've got the day off, alright? I'm a slouch.
I gotta work tomorrow though.
Oh, that is awful. I also have to work tomorrow, but not till 11.
Yeah. I mean, you work nights. I feel like that's like different. I view that way differently than you do.
Well, I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. Gundam Build Fighters is fantastic. I love it. I love the idea of having a little Gundam, like building a Gundam. I've built like custom Gundams before. Like I have one on my shelf. I call it the Gundam Veil.
The Gundam Veil?
Yeah, like for Veil 4.
Oh.
Yeah, that thing's cool. I really like the way I designed it.
What happened to his arm plates?
It needs to be painted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it became winter, so I haven't painted it.
Those pieces, I put them somewhere.
Yeah, they're upstairs. But my problem is that I really like the first season more than the second, than Try. But they love everybody else. Sunrise seems to love Try a lot. And I don't know. Like I like the first season a lot more. I wish they'd give us more. Oh yeah, the English dub is bad because it's not made for American audiences. It's actually a Singapore dub, and Singapore dubs are always done in English, and they're always atrocious because they're made for the Singapore audience. I feel like if Gundam Build Fighters was to actually get an English dub for like Western audiences, it'd be done by Bandai, and because it's Gundam, and the Bandai studio is really good, but it's based in Canada.
When Dragon Ball was being voiced in Canada, that was a good time.
Now it's in Texas, right?
I'm actually... Well, I know Funimation's based out in Texas. So, probably.
But I love Sean and Chris. And meeting them was really cool at Comic-Con.
think that would be enjoyable. I don't know. I should have had you
Get you
sign
something.
the. So, I had a couple old Vegeta personality cards. How do you like that?
What's he doing? I can't see because he's so black.
Oh no, I'm talking about this guy. He's just thrusting so hard.
Andrew, them Zoids are cool. Did I show you the Zoids? Andrew sent me a video. They're bringing back Zoids, and they're sweet.
Are they sweet?
Yeah, so like it's like they're still doing like the toy animation. I can't talk. It's still automated walking toys, right? But now they have like action figure features that do like really cool shit.
Are we talking Vin Diesel Street Sharks?
No, we're not talking Vin Diesel Street Sharks. But like there's a Brontosaurus and its like head, it walks, right, and then it stops and its head goes down, and like this like hammer shield like comes around it, and then it like hammers on the ground. Also, the pilots ride those Zoids. They don't like, they're not in like a pilot seat.
Are you telling me it's like Monster Hunter, whatever the hell that thing is? They came out with. I'm riding a Rathalos.
Well, they're Zoids. That's cool.
So is it, Andrew? Is it set like back in later points in time, or earlier points in time, like prehistoric Zoid times, whatever that would be?
That was Chaotic Century, dude.
Oh, was it?
Probably.
Dude, I don't know. I am not down with the Zoid lore. I have no idea.
Well, you never even watched what's it called? Zoid's Genesis, did you? Because that show is fantastic. I love everything about it. They got T-Rex Hitler. They pretty much have a Hitler character. They have like a Nazi like equivalency. The Murasame Liger is really cool too.
I did see you guys showing me that.
Yeah, because Andrew has a model built that's really awesome. And he did a really cool thing with it. Okay, I did his hands. I finally did his hands. Now I gotta do his legs because that's the hardest part and I hate it.
He looks very Pacific Rimmy.
Yeah.
Like the lower section.
Yeah, he kinda is. I think somebody might have said that earlier. I forgot what my Jaeger's name would have been if I had a Pacific Rim Jaeger. Juan's was really cool too. So I think we were just working and we came up with names. Back when Pacific Rim 2 was announced. Striker, yeah, I can see it there.
Yep.
Striker, Eureka, can't freaking speak. Oh man.
Probably should grab my phone, but I ran that battery completely dead. So.
Did you?
Man. Okay.
Yeah.
Start cleaning. That was the plan.
See you later. I'll probably stop. I'm gonna stop at the 1.5 mark. Probably.
Man.
Well, no, I got other stuff I gotta do today too. This was mainly a test. So.
What do you need to do?
I gotta finish Sludge. Remember?
That's a lot of text all at once. One
Oh.
second.
There's some old lore Bibles from back before even Chaotic Century that show the Bible or original Zoids. They're growing with this H tribes. They rolled them and stuff piloting them. Let me jump so. I would love. So it takes place early in. Did you watch?
Chaotic Century?
Yeah, or not Chaos Century, New Century Zero.
Okay. So I watched what was the first set of Zoid stuff. The first series, and then the second series, and then there was that third one you guys
I don't
were
know when
talking
the
about.
Z. I don't know when the Z timeline is. Not gonna lie.
I have no idea. See, here's the thing, Andrew. Anything about Zoids or Kamen Rider, you know far more than I will ever know. So it's the predating thing. Planet is Z. Ah.
Oh, the planet is Z.
Okay. I actually remember this now. Man, I really need to go rewatch Zoids, but
What's the G faucet? Is it? I missed something. Oh, for a custom Gundam. Oh. The G faucet. That's a pretty awesome name, actually.
Facet?
Or G, yeah, Facet.
It's probably Facet.
That's so cool. I like that name. Mine's based off of the Barbados, which is why it's called the Veil, because all the Gundams are based off of demons, and Veil 4 is a demon, so it's a Gundam Veil. You know what's a good Gundam that's got 4 arms? The Gusion Rebake Full City. That is a good Gundam.
Man, I always thought that they should have done...
He's got a giant pair of nippers called the Gundam Nippers.
What is the name of the Gundam that the guy from America in G Gundam had? What was that called?
I don't know.
But that thing should have had 4 arms. Ever.
We were talking about it yesterday.
Because you have Gundam Rose, is France. And then you have Dragon Gundam, which is China. Neo China. Neo America had...
Neo Yokio. My person deserves a big Toblerone.
Dude, Iron Blood made me so sad so many times.
Iron-Blooded Orphans is fantastic.
It hit me so many times. Oh,
it is one of my favorite series.
I'm not gonna spoil anything because
yeah, it's worth a watch.
That is, if you can stand like
having your heart ripped out.
There's so many shows though that do that.
It's like I got the same thing from Gurren Lagann, or I got the same thing from that show that I got from Gurren Lagann.
Neo England. Wasn't Neo England like the guy who was a knight ended up like taking too many pills and died?
Somebody's texting the crap out of me. Hold on. Oh, Andrew is. You said check it. What do you mean by that? My 13-year-old sister's watching Fate Apocrypha.
Man,
oh,
show's
dude.
So weird. What?
Oh, he sent me a whole bunch of stuff.
Ooh, buddy.
The Z history file. Oh, they were a lot smaller back then, it looks like. Or did they grow into this?
So, I'm guessing it's a second stage right there where there's a person on top.
Yeah. So they grow into the actual, like, piloting? It looks like.
But, yeah, there is a Neo England, if I remember right. He's like a well-known guy in their universe and ends up like he's getting too old for it. He's taking like I think there are like adrenal medications that end up making him have a heart attack. Yeah. That actually wasn't a bad fight, all in all. That was Rose Gundam, I think. Rose Gundam, and then Neo Japan comes in later with.
That's the one with Domon, right? Domon.
Domon Kashu.
As much as the English dub makes me not like that show, I really enjoy him.
I actually really like Domon Kashu.
His voice actor did a great job. Because he's like, he nails that line, give me all of your hate. Take all of my love and my hate and my sorrow.
Take all of my hate, all of my anger, all of my sorrow.
That's a really good line.
Yeah, dude. He's so good. I don't remember what the Neo England one is, though. It's like a sniper, I think.
Which one was the Sandrook? That was Wing Gundam. Sandrook was Wing Gundam.
Yeah.
I hate that one. I hate the Sandrook
That was
so much.
Oh, what the hell was his name? He was like a little blonde kid. He used to pilot that one. Here's the thing. I love Gundam Wing, though. Those designs also still absolutely hold better than, in my opinion, what Unicorn looks like.
I like Unicorn.
I don't mind Unicorn, but also showing you guys Super Dodgeball. My goodness.
That was silly. That game is silly.
Hey man, I will say this though. Anybody who loves Super Robots, like going and playing Super Robot Tyson or any of the original like Game Boy Advance ones, super good. PSP, Game Boy Advance, if you can get your hands on those, you get to run around as giant, ridiculous things. And if you play Super Dodgeball on an NES, Super NES emulator, you get to play Ultraman throwing dodgeballs at people.
I love Ultraman.
So ridiculous.
I've actually never watched Ultraman. Just Jobby's review.
Dude, it's
on that Ultraman figure. That's
Ultraman
like the only
bad.
That's like the only thing I've watched that was Ultraman related was Jobby's review.
Oh. But I don't know, man. I've taken in so many things during the course of my life of just ridiculous.
That doesn't look right. The knee looks correct. But I need to follow the... There we go.
Follow the line.
Yeah, follow how he's standing. I don't have my smudge guard on, so it's actually making my hands sticking.
Put your fingers into the
Swivel here. Guyver or Berserk? Guts what? Guts can't be beat, and that's a problem.
Well, Guyver also just comes back too.
Yeah, but like Guts would probably cut him down, he'd come back, and it'd be like over. I hate the. I actually hate a lot of what ifs. Screw Attack makes me angry. Like,
well, I mean, they put up some
garbage
fights that are just like.
Well,
no.
did you see their next fight? It's Kenshiro versus Jotaro, and I hate it because there's no way Kenshiro should win at all. Because Kenshiro cannot see Star Platinum. But they're gonna do something. They'll be like, oh, his key is gonna let him see Star Platinum. And I'll be like, no, that's garbage.
Take for instance, Final Fantasy VII Cloud versus Link. Cloud should have won that hands down. All you have to put is steel materia, and then I mean, it's game over. That's it.
No, he's got fairies, dude. He's got fairies in bottles.
Yeah. Oh man. My shield's gone. Oh, what? I can't do anything.
I think. Are you just talking about like ultraviolence though, Trojan? Like
in ultraviolence?
It's Guyver. Guyver's everything I've seen of Guyver's way worse than Berserk.
Here's the thing, like
Guyver's like humans getting like split apart and stuff. And
yeah, but you still have people being torn in half in both. It depends on what you would count as more disturbing. Like, because Berserk gets really sexual and really...
The golden arc with Femto and Casca is like... That whole Eclipse ritual is...
Well,
messed up.
the Eclipse Ritual, and then you have the Troll Cave, and
Oh, the Troll Cave is awful.
you have
too.
the horse. You've got
The horse is
so many...
funny. Let's get that straight. I have in the 2017 anime. It is funny because that show is bad.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, I mean, Guyver is violent, but it's just that time and age violent. Like Guyver is no more violent than Akira is.
Or Bao.
Like, they're about the same. Berserk, though, Berserk has lines that are crossed that only Berserk can rectify in its universe. Like, oh man, these trolls are doing terrible things to these young ladies. And
the babies are killing them when they're being born.
Like, having a woman just screaming, "Get it out of me, please, just get it out of me," and then it just blows her up and then starts eating her. I mean,
yeah.
From a term of like disturbing violence, that's pretty far. Guyver's got nothing close to that.
Yeah, you watched Devilman. That's what I was trying to remember. Why didn't you enjoy Devilman?
It wasn't.
Because
story wasn't like.
I love
framed
Devilman.
Right for me.
It's old too, but I love Devilman.
Like, there's too many things that the story just... They're open-ended, and I don't like how the ending was the way that it was. I feel like if they were going to do that, that should have been halfway through the show, and then let him cripple with it, and just break down, and then go through all of that. Not... The climax wasn't done right. Or at least not in my opinion.
With Rio?
Rio! The show takes a completely different tone so quickly and changes the direction and shape the way the show's going. And like, I just don't understand why that's even so much as necessary.
Something needs to change here.
Well, I think, to be honest, I think that knee pad's kind of throwing your shape off.
It's a weird shape, though.
Like, I don't know. How much can you, like, condense that in shape? Because it's so wide to proportion to, like, the chest and everything else.
It's supposed to be, though. Like, his knee pads are super wide. I don't know. I think maybe it's just a little too tall. And I should just tone down on the height.
Because, like, everything else in the
it's a little better.
Looks... Alright, I really do need to take this step
leave
upstairs.
before you get distracted again.
Damn it, pulling me in with Geiger. That's one of my few anime loves.
I still really liked it.
This show is a soft spot. That was the first anime I actually became enthralled with.
Alright. I'm actually gonna get going as well. So, I want to thank everybody for joining me in this test stream. Honestly, don't know when the next one's going to be, but I will... Well,
You're all pretty, and I find you important. I don't know what I mean by that, but I'm gracious. Alright, but also there's ice cream.
oh yeah, I forgot about it. We bought ice cream yesterday. Okay.
Not yesterday, that was like 2 days ago.
Was it? Oh my god,
yeah,
it was Friday. I totally forgot. Okay. Bye, everybody. I fucked up.